The nature of conflict has always been connected to the application of technologies. Nearly all social behavior is. We can understand technology in a broader sense than that of the modern sense of communication or kinetic power. Technology should be understood both in its conceptual forms as well as applied form. Technology has infiltrated every aspect of our life, changing how we work, how we learn, and how we shop. Our devices inevitably begin to reflect our civic aspiration, which our desires to connect with others and to contribute to the world around us, and it already play critical roles in areas such as data mapping and visualization. When controversies about science and technology emerge, they bring to light points of friction between science, society, and politics. In this issue, we are going to study a range of such controversies and explore disagreements about the role of technology, the nature of scientific research, and the place of politics in science. For example, we will explore ongoing debates about digital piracy. By examining such controversies before they come to be resolved, we discover science and technology in action in a dynamic relation with social life and cultural ideas. Digital piracy is an act of illegitimate duplication of digital media, which may include the act of sharing a file or illegally downloading commercial software from illegal sites, using peer-to-peer file sharing network to download the latest movie, a bestseller book in electronic format, or downloading your favorite artist's song using torrent software. Piracy negatively affects every single person working in these industries and their supply chains. Generally, purchasing contents means you are allowed to listen, play, read, or use that content yourself. It doesn't give you the right to copy, share, trade, let others download it, or make money off it for yourself, like buying a movie and then charging people who come to see it. Copying software or digital content without the permission of the content creator is considered stealing. There has been an increase in digital piracy cases in recent years, so there is one solution to these so-called underproduction issues: to make intellectual invention legally exempt. This is the goal sought by the intellectual property laws, which apply to legal rights arising from intellectual activity. Furthermore, the main consequence of digital piracy is that it seriously limits copyright owners in their ability to control how information products get to consumers. As a result, the availability of digital copies is likely to reduce the copyright owner's profit. This is the prediction that can be drawn from the basic theoretical modeling of piracy. These models simplify the analysis by focusing on the market for a digital product supplied by a single producer. In this setting, it is possible to analyze the copyright owner's decision about the pricing and the technical protection of original products, as well as public policy regarding IP laws. Numerous empirical studies have tried to estimate the extent to which this decrease in sales could be attributed to digital piracy. As far as technical measures are concerned, a common tactic was to protect digital products through so-called digital rights management system, which inhibit users of digital content not desired or intended by the content provider. DRM systems were meant to fight digital piracy, but also more generally to manage how digital products can be used. A lobbying effort was met with success as stronger copyright laws were passed in several countries. In the United States, in 1998, the Copyright Term Extension Act extended the duration of existing copyrights by 20 years, while the Digital Millennium Copyright Act reinforced copyright protection by making it a crime to circumvent the technological measures that control access to copyright work.
In Europe, several European Union (EU) directives led EU member states to harmonize their national copyright laws in the first half of the 1990s, and the European Union Copyright Directive (EUCD) of 2001 required member states to enact provisions preventing the circumvention of technical protection measures. In the late 2000s, some countries, led by France and the United Kingdom, passed so-called three strikes anti-piracy laws, which authorized the suspension of internet access to pirates who ignored two warnings to quit. Some empirical studies have tried to assess the effectiveness of anti-piracy interventions by governments on the sales of digital products. For instance, two papers examined the impacts of the French three strikes anti-piracy law introduced in 2009 and reached opposite conclusions. The latter find that the law caused a 20 to 25% increase in music sales in France. Arnold concluded that the law was ineffective not only in deterring individuals from engaging in digital piracy, but also in reducing the intensity of illegal activity of those who did engage in piracy. Even if further empirical research is called for to refine the analysis of the effectiveness of anti-piracy measures, some of the existing results suggest that digital piracy may also have some positive impacts on the copyright owner's profits, which may balance the negative business stealing effect. Digital piracy has become a salient topic in the legal, economic, and political milieu. World's leading reports on piracy published by the World Intellectual Property Organization have not explicitly explained the act of digital piracy from a behavioral, psychological, cultural, and criminology perspective. Those people organized in networks to share data has led film and music companies from all over the world to initiate several anti-piracy organizations. In this case, we must avoid looking for politics in the wrong places. Thus, in today's world, politics are emerging from new places. So, digital piracy can be seen as a hub political practice in which a form of politics emerges from such new places. On the negative side, science and technology controversies generally alert society and its institutions to the loss of degrees of freedom in maintaining a sustainable culture. On the positive side, they open up promises of overcoming nature's limits or offsetting technology's high products in the short and long term. Since science cannot escape its openness to probabilities, and since technologies are inherently risky, contemporary controversies gather into themselves tensions between approach and avoidance, fear and hope, risk and security. Indeed, as the projects of modernity multiply and spread over space and time, the domain of controversy itself widens, and with these epistemic, cultural, social, technical, and political phenomena, the practices of communicative reasoning are ever more greatly challenged. In general, science controversies have to be handled by these key results. Efforts are made to actively involve the public in the process of conflict negotiation. A variety of participatory procedures aim to raise the public's interest and to involve people in deliberation processes. To advise politics in controversial technology issues, national ethics councils get institutionalized. As a rule, these interdisciplinary advisory boards represent a variety of world views mirroring the pluralism of values in modern societies. There is a new source of political legitimization, which is that bioethical decisions are subject to the individual's conscience and value preferences. This also applies to political decisions. If Parliament votes on questions relevant to bioethics, a whip is often lifted. Mandatory support for a political party's standpoint or reference to scientific expertise only would appear inappropriate.